Hi, and welcome to Nintendo Night, which will be the first in a series of videos looking at various Nintendo games on all of their consoles, including NES, N64, Super Nintendo, GameCube, and Wii, including Virtual Console and WiiWare. I don't have a Virtual Boy. I might look into getting one day if I can ever find one at a reasonable price. And so the first game I want to look at is Goemon's Great Adventure for the N64. I was inspired to put up some gameplay footage of this from watching one of Lofarius's videos from a while back for the first Mystical Ninja game on the N64, because that was the first video of his that I watched, and I thought, oh, I've got the sequel to that. I should put something up. So here it is. Whereas the first Mystical Ninja on the N64 was more of a free-roaming, fully 3D game, as you can see here, the second one goes back to the series roots from the SNES version, and sticks to a side-on to 2.5D perspective for its graphics. I wouldn't necessarily say this is any better than the other game. They're both very good games worth getting for your N64 collection. I don't believe this sequel ever came out in PAL territories though, so you'd have to get an imported copy. Mine didn't cost me too much, although it was just the cartridge. I don't have the box or any instructions. I think it was about a tenner, and that was a year or two ago on eBay. So, as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking game. Nice and fast. Konami are quite good at exploiting the technical prowess of their consoles that they develop for. So, and this game is no different. You can see I'm pushing a round boulder thing with a face to crush those enemies. And there is sort of town exploration stages interspersed with these more traditional platformy levels, which we shall see some of eventually. But these levels are the really fun part of the game for me, anyway. They're inventively designed. The enemies are quite bizarre. A lot of them are taken from ancient Japanese religion and legend. From what I know, there's quite often some strange-looking umbrella enemies with eyes. If you watch films like Spirited Away and Pompoko, both Studio Ghibli films, you'll see some of the same mythical spirits appear in those. So, and I believe Goemon is a historical figure in Japanese history. He was a samurai or something, I believe, or indeed a ninja, as the title of the game suggests. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with the game at the moment. As you can see, I've died several times. And another interesting thing about the gameplay is there's a day-night cycle. So even in the middle of one of these platform stages, the sun can go down, the music will change, and harder enemies will appear, which can be a pain sometimes if you're taking your time throughout a level, and then the difficulty ramps up because the sun goes down. But it's an interesting touch to the game. Those enemies are like thwomps from the Mario games, of course. You can pick up coins and spend it on armour and food in the town stages, or you can use it as a weapon, like in other games in the series. Those little cats power up your magical pipe thing. First time you pick one up, it makes it longer, and then eventually it becomes a yo-yo, from what I recall, at least from the SNES version. So that's the end of the level. There's the map. Now we're off to Lost in Town, which is quite an appropriate name, because this town is quite confusing if you don't speak Japanese, because all the labels on the doors of the shops and things are in Japanese, and you're supposed to find the tea shop to find your ninja friend Sasuke, and of course typically it was right next to where I started. I believe it was that building on the left, but instead of going in there, I wandered off, going in various buildings, got hopelessly lost, and eventually went back to where I started, and lo and behold, that was where I was supposed to go all along. But yeah, I haven't played this game very much, to be honest. I did a few levels back when I bought it, and this is really the first time I've picked it up since, although it's a cracking little game, so I should really get on and play all the way through and complete it. I did love the SNES Mystical Ninja back in the day, completed it many times, because of course that was the days of limited income, so had to make the most of every game that came along and milk it for all its gameplay, not like today where disposable income is easier to come by, but there's not enough time to play everything. So but yeah, I would recommend trying to get hold of a copy if you can, especially if you've played other games in the series and enjoyed them. Unfortunately, I ran out of time before I got to the one of the better looking levels. There's one which takes place in a sort of ancient feudal Japanese castle, which is burning, I believe, and then there's giant robots involved and all the rest of it. Because again, like other games in the series, it's a weird mix of ancient Japanese mythology and robots, aliens, you name it. In fact, there's even a female ghost version of Ibisamaru in this game, called Bismaru. In fact, I'm not sure whether she is female or whether it's a cross-dressing ghost. Otherwise, anyway, it looks a bit freaky. So here I am, just exploring the town. I believe there's something down the well at some point that you have to get. Yeah, you can run around and talk to all the townspeople, find out where you're supposed to go. So anyway, guys, I'm running out of time, so I'll see you again soon for another Nintendo Night video. I've got 2 lined up, ready to go. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoyed it.